Something I really appreciate that my parents did was to give me a lot of freedom and just to trust me right off the bat. And that made me into a very responsible child. And I just know that a lot of people who have extremely strict parents turn into really sneaky kids and rebel. And it's just better for parents to start off having trust for their kids and give guidance where guidance is needed. But, you know, just to like trust your kids and know that their intuition is probably good at start.
Hi, my name is Annalise, and I think one thing that's really important for parents to know as having a kid going into high school is just to make sure to acknowledge each and every one of your kids' strengths rather than comparing them with their siblings, because I think it's really hard for students or kids just to have that pressure from their parents and it adds to them not believing themselves. So I think it's really important to like encourage them believing in themselves and their own abilities rather than what their siblings have done in the past.
Hi, my name is Caroline, and one thing I wish my parents knew when I was an incoming freshman was to not compare their high school lives to mine. I think it can be really invalidating for kids to hear something like, oh, when I was in high school, mental health wasn't as important. Now with social media and everything being public, I think it's it's drastically different from when my parents were kids. So just make sure you're there for them and make sure their feelings are validated.
Hi, my name is Lily, and one thing that I wish my parents knew before I started high school was to not put so much pressure on me and my academics, because all the students do that enough to themselves, and especially just the culture of the school is very filled with pressure, and so they get enough of that just from the culture of everything that goes on here, and they don't need that from their parents. What they need is support, and if something does happen and they get a bad grade on something, just making sure they know like that's okay, we know that maybe you slipped up or something like that, or just supporting them and just making sure they know that you're not angry at them for that.
Hi, I'm Adeline Bozeman, and I think it's really important for parents to kind of create a space where they can be honest with their children, and it's kind of like a judgment-free zone where they can be a peer rather than when their kid's confiding in them and they're kind of turning it into a parenting situation rather than a fun bonding time with their child. Like personally, from personal experience, like my mom and I's relationship, like I can come home and confide in her about something that happened to me, and she can give me advice rather than kind of turning into something that I should not do and what I should do. And I think that's very important for when your kid is going through high school.